Hello and happy gaming, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and today our focus for the new Arcana showcase is Permafrost Bulwark. So there you go. That's basically what it does. It just creates a nice icy shield around you, and then you make it burst, and everything goes freezy pie, and you're done. Alright, so the enhanced version ought to be really good, but just as is, it just gives you a moment of invulnerability and then a burst of ice. And it's really actually quite nice. Everything else should be pretty standard. It's your standard power build setup. So let's go ahead and see how Permafrost Bulwark does in the trials. Alright, so the one thing we don't want to see, because we're showcasing Permafrost Bulwark, is we don't want to see Freya. So let's see where she shows up. Oh, hey, she didn't this time. I'm actually surprised. Normally I say that and the game is all like, what's that? You're trying to show off a spell of this element? Well, get ready for that to be completely null and void. Alright, so the way it seems to work, at least just from that one very cursory glance, is you just let the enemies surround you, you hit the Y button, or whatever the button is in your case, and then it just hits them. It's a very interesting spell in that its use is almost entirely defensive. I mean, so is Vortex Veil, but at least with Vortex Veil you can activate it and then just slam your face into the enemy and be like, oh, what was that? Haha, you silly jerks. Okay, that's kind of nice. It actually completely invalidates those roly-poly assholes. Also stops enemies from just ganging up on you, because you can just surround yourself in a nice little invincible case of ice and then be like, oh look, someone's trying way too hard. Oops. And then you time it incorrectly and just get your ass whooped. So, you know, there's that. Don't be like me. Don't be super cocky. What do we have here? No, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking Thesis on defense, but I also want to wait and see what Iris is selling. Now that she sells more Arcana at once, it kind of makes more sense to wait on her a little bit. Then, of course, Thunder Drop is there just so we can literally drop in and hit the enemies with the Thunderbolt, and then Permafrost Bulwark, and then boom, they're frozen. And I had a plan in mind. Whether or not it's actually going to work is anyone's guess. You there! Handsomely now! Yes, sire! No. You got lucky and caught me off guard once. Not doing that again. Oh, I hate these ice. Not ice, wind lancers. Alright. I'm noticing my health. I'm kinda getting my ass kicked a little bit. I'm pretty sure it's just because I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing with this icy shield. I'll figure it out. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Oh, there's the upgrade. Alright, so let's see what the... Alright, so the upgrade basically just makes it so it has better range when you're doing it. Those ice traps are real nice. Traps of ice are very nice. When you want the spice. And cheese and rice. I don't know how to rhyme this. Not effectively anyways. I know how to rhyme it like an idiot. Starting to realize that done with improper timing, this doesn't work quite as well as I would like. It helps to know the enemy's attack patterns and how best to make things work. Because if you raise your Permafrost Bulwark at the wrong time, then the enemies just kind of look at you and be like, the fuck does this idiot think he's doing? Get him, boys! Ah! And then the dogpiling begins. Which is real scary if you've ever been under a pile of dogs. It's very smelly. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, also I'm questioning, even though it says you're invulnerable when you're doing that, am I still taking damage? Yeah, I can just sell that. So, if I'm still taking damage while I'm being covered in a shield of ice, does that mean that Permafrost Bulwark essentially doesn't work? Because if that's the case, then yeah, I'm going to tell you to stay far, far away from this spell. But I mean, it's also just as likely that I'm just a big old idiot and I'm using it wrong. So we'll see by the end of this run, either I'm a big old idiot and I'm just mistiming how I'm using it, or perhaps the defensive functionality of the spell doesn't work quite right. Either one is a possibility, so... And it means that something isn't working right, either the spell or my brain. And I think it's easier to assume that it's my brain not working. Which is not to say that I get everything wrong, because clearly that's not the case. What I am saying, though, is that by the very principle of Occam's razor, it's better to assume a much more simple solution than a complicated one. And right now, the simple solution is just that I'm doing it wrong. So let's try to be a bit more careful. Oh, honey. Ooh! Yes, very nice. And Ice Spear. That's a maybe. It will really depend on what's being sold by Anders. So let's go find him. This is a dead end, isn't it? Yep. Beautiful coat of arms, though, I gotta say. You and your family must be very proud of that. You're this way. Okay, I saw his shop. It's over here. Over where? Yonder. You can hear the birds just having a nice, pleasant conversation, wondering what the hell I'm talking about. What's he on about? Is he talking about the French Revolution? I don't get it. Dark Sage, that's silly. Why would birds be talking about the French Revolution? You never know. We don't know what they're really talking about most of the time, do we? Alright, what do we got? Alright, I kind of feel like I need Raspberry Cookie Box, mostly just because I am working with something new that involves me but essentially thrusting myself into harm's way. So I kind of feel like a little bit of an extra defensive push would be helpful. Through the wall. Heh, such brick-laden boundaries are but mere suggestions to my brilliance. Alright. So maybe what I do is instead of trying to specifically time it... Oh, hello again. Maybe instead of trying to specifically time it so that enemy attacks are hitting me, I just use it like a regular attack, and if an enemy attack happens to hit me, well... Okay, this is terrible. Okay, too much shit going on at once here. Not liking this. Okay, so that shield isn't even active for very many frames. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like this Permafrost Bulwark is maybe not a mistake, but definitely not... Actually, no, I am going to keep it on left bumper. Definitely not as useful as I thought it would be. Experimenting with it is kind of just getting me killed. Alright, so let's play it a little extra careful. Ow. That was not smart. At least I'm starting to figure out how to dodge that effectively. Yeah, I don't want that. Birds. Alright, so now Permafrost Bulwark will be more effective, and Ice Spear, but Flame Blast will be less effective. Okay, so that time I didn't take a bunch of extra damage. Must just be a thing of timing the shield. Ow. Okay, stop. You'd think with how simple Permafrost Bulwark is, I wouldn't be having this many problems. I'm also noticing that it has a really fast cooldown time, so again, why I'm having so many issues is beyond me. Oh, come on. Yeah, not gonna lie, even if it were like just being used to optimal degree, pretty sure this isn't the spell for me. But is it bad? No. I just don't think it's necessarily for me. Because I did just block that I did just block their dragon arcs, so it's not like it can't do work. I'm just pretty sure that my preference is not towards this particular item. But I said I would showcase it, and showcase it I will. Only problem with that is that it might end up to me losing the run. But I'm making it known right up front, just in case anyone wonders, hey, what the hell happened? That was definitely a timing issue. I will take this. Not only will it just be effective on the next floor, but I need something that I can use that suits my playstyle a little bit better. I don't think Permafrost Bulwark is bad. I just think that I'm not good with it. Boy, sure I'm glad I took that road. That wasn't a waste of time at all. Damn it. Why aren't you dead? Thank you. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, so Agni Sparkler would be good, I just don't think I'm going to have the money for it. God, I hate those buzzsaw guys. Oh, that's right! It has no range. It's very rare that I work with arcana whose range is practically nothing. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I can deliver my ultimate verdict on this right now, which is I don't dislike it, but I also don't think that it's necessarily for me. I guess that would be on a tier list, that would be like a B or a C for my own personal taste. Even with that having been said, I'm not gonna drop it. I'm gonna see it through to the bitter end. Because this is a showcase run. See, what's funny is that there are other defensive arcana that I can use way better. Wavefront, which I know how that one works. Funny is that the timing is more strict, and yet somehow I'm better with that. There's Aegis Charge, which again, the timing is a bit more strict, but I understand that spell better. I can do more with Aegis Charge. Than Aegis. I guess what I'm trying to say is, well, first of all, that I'm a goddamn idiot. But secondly, that I'm not against the idea of defensive arcana. I just don't think defensive arcana, or I don't think this particular one suits my taste. So I now come to a difficult decision. I can go ahead and give it to Nocturne. I already said I would carry it through to the bitter end, but I'm starting to question whether or not that's actually true. Because not only could I give it to Nocturne, but I could also get something out of it that might work for my playstyle a little better. I don't necessarily want to do that, though, because I don't want to seem like I'm just chickening out on what I set out to do. I'll take the tapping gloves for sure. That was once again a timing thing. I saw what happened there. Alright, what are we at? Flame Seekers. I'm not a big fan of the wards. And one of the new arcana that was added as a Chaos Arcana is the Ward of Chaos. Which, while you're inside of it, all of your damage gets buffed, so it seems like it would be good, but my problem with the wards is that they don't have very much. They don't have a very large area of effect. So I look at them and I go, yeah, that's nice, but at the same time, why do you expect me to fight in such a tiny circle? And my thoughts on Ward of Chaos are no different. Just because it's boosting all my damage and also throwing out orbs of chaos, or darkness I should say, in order to catch enemies that are inside of its area of effect. Its area of effect is still just too small. How are you still alive? Go away. Go away before I taunt you a second time! There we go. By the way, notice I'm doing a little bit better now that I'm not just trying to go out of my way to block attacks with the Bulwark. Now I'm just using it like a spell. And again, that's not an indictment against the spell itself. What it's saying is that I just don't think this spell is for me. Okay, how come none of my spells are off cooldown? What is going on here? Hey, why for the love of Sura are you still here? Stupid archer, go away. Right. Ooh, merchant's cart. Yes, please. And thank you. I don't even remember what was in Anders' shop on that floor. So, I guess it couldn't have been very important. Me. Ow. I derped. But one thing I am liking about Permafrost Bulwark is that it is damaging. Well, aren't all spells damaging? I guess what I mean is it does a nice amount of damage. Oh, I just got hit by our kick combo because I wasn't paying attention. Oh my god, I need to stop this. No, thank you. What is with the bosses and just dropping dash arcanas lately? I'm not in this for dash arcana, damn it. Okay, so rooms like that where the enemies just rush in at you are definitely the intended use for Permafrost Bulwark, but also, how did they break out of being frozen that quickly? Yeah, I'm definitely thinking Permafrost Bulwark is not for me. I'd rather dodge attacks by, or get around attacks by actually dodging them rather than trying to power through them with a spell like that, which is incidentally why I don't use Aegis Charge all that often. So, I guess I'm at the point where I'm pretty sure that my opinion on this spell isn't changing. Yeah, I gotta say, I think this is a... I keep expecting it to be something else. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not digging this spell. I'm trying my best to justify it as much as I can, but I don't think this is my spell. Dynamic Disarray, that's my spell. And Vortex Veil to me is just a better defensive arcana. This Permafrost, this Elmerfoot Bulwark. No, I'm sorry, I just don't think I can do it. I said I would try to carry it through the entire way, but I just don't feel comfortable with it. Like, to the point where I would rather have something that the Wonder Twins and their minions are going to resist, rather than continue to try to force myself to use a spell that just isn't to my liking. There we go, now I can do it. And it's another friggin' Dash Arcana. Why, game? Why? So, of the new Arcana, this is the first one that I'm looking at going, I don't think I want to use that no more. Sorry, it just doesn't suit my playstyle. Now, I'm not sure if that means that there's something objectively wrong with it, or if it's a subjective matter. But, yeah, no Permafrost Bulwark for me, thank you. I'll just continue getting work done by throwing things at people. Or it's also very possible that on a more subjective matter, maybe the spell just doesn't work very well with the mechanics that the game uses. And again, it's also possible that I'm just a big old idiot, but someone out there will be able to use the spell better than I did, but I just don't think it's for me. Sorry, guys. We're just going with the old tried and true at this point. Because tried and true is what I started with. It's what I know. It's what I like to use. This feels much more comfortable. I'll take the Token of Elegance, sir. I don't really know if that's worth it. I'm gonna take it, just in case. Because, I mean, I can do that with it. That and also wearing a single glove is very much making me feel like Michael Jackson, but I've also got the tapping gloves, so never mind. I'm actually wearing 3 gloves. Which makes me feel like an alien. I guess I could always be Toe Jam from Toe Jam and Earl. Except for he has multiple feet, not multiple hands. So wait, was there an alien in that series that had multiple arms? I mean, more than 2 arms, I should say. Burst Mage again. Oh my goodness. No more Burst Mage. Okay, I'm pretty much solely blaming this on Permafrost Bulwark. I'd been trying to make that spell work for almost the entire run, and at around the time in which I realized, hey, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, I was already at low health. This is the first time I've had to buy a health potion in a while. Seriously, game, what gives? I know what gives. Permafrost Bulwark. What does it give you? Splitting headache. I don't even think it's a big brain thing, because I understand how it works. But I think if they really want to make that spell more effective, what they need to do is increase the invulnerability time of it. But Dark Sage, don't you think that would make the spell broken? Would you rather it be broken or unusable? Because there's still the issue of timing the shield, timing the actual defense part properly. I think even if you were to make the part that blocks attacks last a little longer, I don't think that's going to break the spell. Honestly, if they want that to be a decent defensive option, that's kind of what they need to do. You know, with Dark Sage, it is possible that your timing could just be off. Yeah, but off on almost every encounter. Keep in mind, I've played this game a lot. I've been playing it since it was first released back in 2018. I have a pretty good idea of what's Oh, is this from Taffy? Oh, well, thank you, sir. That is friggin' amazing. So wait, is that something that happens when you break Taffy out of the pinata? He leaves behind that present on the next level now? Because those were definitely his balloons. Can't mess with me anymore, I'm a Centurion with a golden helmet. Wait, what? Okay, that wasn't the red portal, but those were definitely Taffy's party balloons. So I'm really curious about that now. Is that something that happens? Does Taffy leave behind for you a present on the next level if you can break him? Because, I mean, if he does, that would actually be pretty amazing and be way more reason to go out of your way to free Taffy. Or, not free him, but to shatter him and... Oh, that didn't work. There we go. That's what I was trying to get happen on the other side. There we go. Darkseid, you friggin' idiot. The whole point of this run was to showcase Permafrost Bulwark, and what do you think you've done now? I mean, I showcased it. I did what I said I was gonna do. It's not my fault that it's just not very good. Yeah, I was really working with it. I wanted my mind to be changed, and at around the point where I knew it wouldn't be changed was around that last time where I tried to use it to defend myself, and of course everything just seemed to wait until the shield was down and then pummeled me all at once. Not only did that happen multiple times, but I tried to play it off as just being, you know, a personal problem multiple times. Which, let's be fair, it might still be. But I'm pretty sure that just for my own taste, it's not my thing. Ow. And yes, you can take the token of elegance. Enhance me, sir! Yes! I feel the power flowing through my veins! Your veins are on the outside? Shut up. That. I'm gonna come back here and grab this. It's the All Gold Hour! Featuring your host, Ben-Hur. Grand Summoner. What is with the game just giving me the absolute worst enemies of all time? Actually, I shouldn't say that. They didn't give me Strafe Archer. Hello, what are you? I don't think I know you. I'm so confused. You know what? Tipsy Gladius. Increases chance to evade, but halves your critical hit chance. I wasn't aiming for critical hit chance. I don't care. So actually, that's a good switch. That's a real good switch. Alright, so the thing that looks like a sacrificial dagger is the Tipsy Gladius. Which, Why they call it that, I'll never know. It makes it sound like it's a living artifact that drinks too much. I just realized how much of my arsenal they resist. Owie, 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 owie. There we go. And maybe I should have bought Dragon Arc just so that I could have something that they didn't resist. Even still got the fight done in just a few cycles. And down with you, sir! Yes, birds, this is something I do known as being entertaining. Whether I succeed at it or not is not up to me, but that's what I'm trying to do. Alright, next. Fleet Lancer. Okay, I can handle Fleet Lancer. Ow. Alright, cool. Now let's see if there's anything here that tickles my fancy. I'll take that. And I'll take that. $17.2. Actually, I think I'll leave it at that. Alright, I think we're good to go. And no, I will not be putting on Permafrost Bulwark for this battle. No birds. There will be no Permafrost Bulwark here. There we go. Alright. We're going to win this run one way or another, even if I have to completely ignore the idea that Permafrost Bulwark exists. Which, largely that's what I'm doing. I don't know, hopefully one of you guys can get Permafrost Bulwark to work a little bit better. Maybe tell me what exactly I'm doing wrong with it. Or maybe I'm not doing anything wrong with it. Maybe the move is really just as wonky as it seems. I guess what I'm saying is I'm not sure if the problem is with me or with its design. Really? Whew. Okay, that was the most stressful run I've had in a while, and I do put it down to trying to force Permafrost Bulwark to work, only to discover that, yeah, this spell ain't for me. I really am interested in hearing if one of you out there can get it to work a little bit better. I don't know what it is about Permafrost Bulwark, but no. Just no. If you want to go defense in this game, the best way to do it is with, you know, Vortex Veil, which I might show off in the next run. There's any number of ways that will work out a lot better than Permafrost Bulwark. Even just good defensive relics will probably do you more good. But I'm getting off on a rant, and I still have laundry to do, so I'm going to stop it there. Thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of Permafrost Bulwark. Maybe it's better than I'm giving it credit for? Maybe I just suck? I don't know. Someone let me know what you think, and I will be happy to have a discussion with you about that. But that's going to have to wait until later. For now, my name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you